let's get into the news this week from AEW, AEW Dynamite. WWE, though, is the first thing we have to pick up as we see it in the headline here. WWE is apparently set to continue counter programming All Elite Wrestling. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE is set to hold their NXT Heatwave event on the same day as AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door runs in London, England on August 24th. Heatwave is set to take place in South Carolina on the same day. WWE has yet to confirm the details for Heatwave, and they are currently focused on this weekend's NXT, the Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event, and Evolution, which will be running up the first two against on Saturday against AEW All in Texas. In an interview with TV Insider, MJF spoke on WWE counter-programming AEW. He said, and I quote, "You mean shows that are running at the exact same time as us, even though they claim we're not competition? How do I feel about it? I think it's a smart business practice. I give jolly old Saint Nick and Trips a whole lot of credit. At the end of the day, if you can stomp out your competition, you're doing what is necessary. Don't judge them for it, but also don't be stupid. They're not doing this by happenstance. This isn't circumstantial. None of it is." So my question to all of y'all in the chat, as well as everybody watching on demand, and of course, Top Guy JJ and the True Jaw Josh, is WWE counter-programming AEW backfiring on them? Because it feels like this is another key factor in the whole perception war. I think that I haven't heard a lot of positives for it. There's people that defend WWE for it, like, oh, you guys wanted to be competition. Now they're treating you like such. But you then have the response from the people that are bothered by it by saying, like, they said they're not competition. So is it really backfiring on them in regards to the perception war? And who is really being helped by this tactic? Is it WWE? Is it AEW? Is it the wrestling fans? Will the long-term effects of this strategy truly benefit WWE long-term? We'll start with you, Top Guy JJ.
No, because they're going at them with the wrong fucking program. Like, every single time they put AEW against a form of WWE, it's always fucking NXT. And NXT will always be the inferior show to AEW. Always. Always and forever will be the inferior show to AEW. If they want to pretend to go at their competition, you need to put the logo in front of the AEW shows. You gotta put your brand in front of it, not this NXT shit, because NXT is gonna get maybe 15% of what your actual viewership should be, maybe 20%. WWE, on the other hand, if you really want to test the waters with this, it should be WWE PLEs that is going head to head with AEW pay-per-views, because NXT is going to fucking whiff every single time, because this is AEW's best. Like, this is what AEW and New Japan, no one is even gonna bat an eye and think about fucking Heatwave. Like, what? No one is gonna give two flying fucks about a Heatwave when we are about to have a AEW New Japan collab. Like, what? Like, this is just dumb business, in my opinion. This is dumb, because you're putting this inferior shit that because you know what usually happens when AEW and NXT has the same show? I don't remember a fucking thing that happened on NXT, like, ever. I never remember what happened on any NXT show that paired up with an AEW night. Never fucking remember it. But now, if you could get something that involves Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Randy Orton, the OTC, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and you get that nucleus, and then you can compare apples to apples, then it's like, okay, now I got something to fucking look at. But I'm not gonna be, oh, fucking Joe Hendry is gonna show up from TNA and fight fucking whoever the fuck. I don't even know who the NXT champion is. Like, I don't even know.
Femi.
Oh, right. I forgot. I'm sorry, Oba. I do know, but right, I'm getting so fucking lost in this lack of NXT love. Like, it's almost like you're just throwing your B leaguers at them and thinking that anybody's gonna give a fuck, and no one's gonna care. So I think this is a terrible move, practice, decision, and it will be a terrible outcome for NXT every single time.
Yeah, I really feel like NXT for this weekend, it's the women that are kind of the victims of this overall, the women's division in WWE, with putting Evolution as this form to kind of just overload and oversaturate this weekend so they can steal all the headlines. But like NXT with the Great American Bash and the card that is supposed to be competing with All In Texas, and now Heat Wave going up against Forbidden Door when it's going to be pretty much the same kind of thing. It's really hurting NXT and the vibes that NXT had created in 2024. 2024 was a great year for NXT. They had this kind of vibe and kind of energy around them that was like, oh, you got to watch NXT. You don't know when Ethan Page is going to show up, when someone from TNA was going to show up. They went to CW and were drawing good audiences on CW. Trick Williams was this very popular champion. You had the rise of Oba Femi. They had so many different things going on, and really this whole tactic of putting Battleground against Double or Nothing and putting Great American Bash against All In, and now Heat Wave against Forbidden Door. You are basically putting NXT back in the shadow of AEW that it was in during the Wednesday Night War. And if this is Triple H's way to get revenge for the Wednesday Night War, it's a bad idea. So in my eyes, yes, it is backfiring, because I think that this is putting the pendulum back in AEW's favor in regards to perception, because you're lying to your audience and you're lying to your fans by saying AEW is not competition, yet treating them like that. And it's also backfiring on you because you are handicapping NXT. Who is it really helping this tactic? It's honestly helping AEW at the end of the day, because you have to compare it to NXT, and it's always going to look better than NXT with the weak men's division that they had. The women's division is fine, but they lost all their major stars as well. So even in the women's scene, like, they probably will do more women's matches, but AEW has a better women's division and has some of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Like, the long-term effects of this is that you are really hurting NXT in the long run, and you're hurting yourself in regards to the perception war to me. Josh, what do you think?
I definitely think it's backfiring, because the whole purpose of counter programming is to hurt the other product, and they haven't been doing that. They didn't do that for Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing, they drew over 8,000 fans. The pay-per-view buys were over 130,000. Didn't hurt them. It didn't hurt them one bit. And then even that same night, you had Trick Williams win the TNA title. Nobody was talking about that. People were talking about Hangman winning to be the main event at All In. That's what people were talking about. So not only you did that, but then you basically, I want to say, hurt another company in TNA. But it was kind of like, what was the purpose? And then even those ticket sales for Slammiversary, they're dog shit. So it really didn't help anything in regards to that. And now when it comes to this weekend, they did 3 shows programming. There's been multiple people who's tried to debate me on this, where they're like, Evolution is not programming. I'm like, yes, it is, because originally, even before, they were supposed to do it July 5th, but then there have been rumors that Evolution was going to take place the same day as All In, and then it just got pushed back a day. So for people who try to tell me that it's not counter programming, I'm like, no, it's the most damn show that we've gotten from WWE this year, and even with that show, their sales has hurt. So in that aspect, you're like, yeah, it's backfiring, because the momentum that WWE thought they were going to take from AEW hasn't worked. Why? Because people are focused not only on AEW because AEW has been better, but it's like the tactics that they try to do maybe in 2019, 2020, like, it's not the same. Like, it's not what it was. And, even with the perception of WWE these days, especially this year, it just feels like they're coasting. Like they're not really trying to put out better shows. And when it came to the road to WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania wasn't good. And then people were hoping for that big moment, hoping for that big thing. Then we got the John Cena heel turn. And then when we got the actual show, it kind of just, it wasn't great. And it's kind of been like that where it's like, you got a handful of good episodes of Raw. I'll give them that. Raw has been very watchable and has been actually pretty good for the most part. Like, I would say a lot of Raw is good. But then it's like, what are you giving me that's going to make me sit here and watch long term? Not really doing much, Yeah. Even with SmackDown has been pretty boring, especially when it was 3 hours. For the most part, you had some good moments, but it was pretty boring. So now it's like, it's one of those things where it's like they're doing all these shows, they're doing all these PLEs. Now they're trying to, counter program AEW, right? And it's not really, people could say all they want about the money. Oh, they're getting this. It's like, that's expected from WWE at this point. So I'm not even talking about money. Like, that's not even the point. The point is that you're trying to hurt another company and it hasn't worked. And especially this weekend, it hasn't worked because AEW was about to do a $3 million gate. So it's like, what did you actually do that's hurting All In? I don't see it. And I think All In has had combined more ticket sales than all three shows. So it's like, so it's like that's how I take it when it comes to everything.
Yeah. And yes, Pete Rocks, we talked about this earlier. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you in the chat. I see you've been commenting. He says, did anybody see the Takeshita versus Bandito last night? Match of the year candidate. 1000% agree. We're going to talk about Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor in a little bit here. But yeah, it's plain and simple. I don't think this counter programming strategy is working out in WWE's favor as they had hoped and wish that they would. But
dude,
JJ?
No, they're not even trying to stack the cards to make them.
They used to work harder to counter program when AEW would be pushed to Tuesday nights, every fall, which probably will happen this fall again. They try harder on that than some of these shows that they're putting up against the pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's typical. Yeah, that's typical of WWE. Like when it came to NXT, I think that's the biggest issue that I was having with NXT as well. Whereas like, so when you guys feel like you have to give a shit, that's when you give a shit. That's how it comes off. Because they did the same thing for that Philly show with the whole ECW nostalgia show. Damn well they weren't going to do that. But the reason why is because, we're going head to head with AEW. Let's squash them. And they did. It worked. But then it's like, what are you giving me after that? And that was always the problem with NXT. They will do that. They'll do something that's like, oh shit, this happened. And then the following week, it's kind of a dud.
Follow-up.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. It's kind of a dud. And then even now with like this whole, this partnership with TNA, hasn't we've gotten things here and there, it's cool to see Mike Santana on NXT, but then it's like, what's next after that? Like, what are you really giving me? Why? Because a lot of those wrestlers are going to go to WWE anyway. So all the people that you've seen on screen, they're going to end up with the company anyway.
Yeah, they're 1 week hotshot weeks that has no follow through. That's going to happen. It actually hurts them a lot more than it helps them in the moment. Like, it helps them in the moment. Like, they decide they're going to have, John Cena's going to appear on NXT. What the fuck for? They're going to have Cody Rhodes appear on NXT. What the fuck for? Then they had The Rock on there. This motherfucker didn't even know what to say. This motherfucker showed up drunk.
He just drank some Terramana.
Like, these motherfuckers showed up drunk and didn't name one superstar from the brand. Didn't name one motherfucker from there because he doesn't know anyone from there except his daughter. That's literally all he knows is his daughter. And it hurts them. Like, yeah, they get eyeballs in the moment, but now it's like once, oh, they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. They get these people on there, and then they see what they actually get. They're like, I ain't watching this shit no more. I ain't watching this shit no more. Like, this is the normal shit that we get. We get fucking Ethan Page in a main event against Javion Evans. Who the fuck are these people?
And these are two of the good people, but
Right.
but you're giving them false expectations by putting the main roster people on there for one hot shot when they're not going to be on there the next week. So there's no reason for them to follow up if that's the reason why they started watching.
Yeah, and then even last year, when it came to last year, the only reason that they were getting a lot of appearances was because of the TV deal. They were working out a TV deal, so they were trying to get that. So they had some main roster people show up more than regular than they really do, and they only did that because they wanted a TV deal.
Vala with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Vala, for the support. He says, people bringing up WWE making all the money it does. People need to understand what the power of a legacy brand is. WWE just makes money for existing. Exactly. It's WWE, the brand, is the one that's making the money. It's nothing to do with, oh, they have all the bigger stores, or they have all the better stories. Like, quality is not the same as what the show is actually making is in regards to revenue. It can be $100 million drawing show, but it could be the worst show ever. They just have the better promotion and they have the longer legacy. They've been around for 60 plus years. They are going to make money hand over fist for as long as possible, regardless of the quality. And that's been like, since me and JJ started doing this show, that's been my biggest problem with WWE. They care more about that bottom line than putting on a good show. They went 3 years where they were worried about putting on a good show because Triple H wanted all the fan praise to keep and solidify his spot as the COO and solidify his spot as the replacement for Vince McMahon. And now that that's over and they can ride the high of all the profits that they're doing, we're seeing the dividends here.
Just to I just glanced at the comment section. WWE is not self-aware of shit. They're not self-aware of shit. Going back to Vegas is all about the bag. It's not about the product. It is all about that gate. It's all about that gate. What you're going to get, completely different story.
It is true. It is true. And Transfer and Heat saying WWE, the brand, wasn't moving tickets like they were until the last 3 years. Yeah, when they got TKO behind them. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, you could just it's like they get themselves. It's like they work hard to get themselves in a place to make maximum dollars, and then they'll just. It's like they turn the boat, they turn it. Oh, they got the good win. They got the good draft. So they got it going. And then they just put it in cruise control and they just let it sit. And until the money is affected, nothing else is going to happen. Nothing is going to improve. Nothing's going to change. Once the gate and that dollar gets affected, then you will see some change and some improvement. But until then, they're still making bank. They're still making money. And hopefully they gave away 5,000 of those Evolution tickets, and hopefully their gate was affected with this.
Well, they're up to spoiler alert for what we'll bring up later. They're up to over 6,000. 6,000 sold
out of a 15,000 seat arena. So like fucking 60% of the arena
better than last week.
It's going to be better than last week. 60% of the arena is going to be tarped off. 60%.
Hey, they're gonna have a great walk up. They could get up to over 7,000, 7,000,
which 8, means
that's fine.
It's a great ticket to buy because whatever seat you get is going to be fantastic.
No, I mean, 6,000. I mean, like to SP3's point, it went up to 6,000. It's just one of those things where it was the timing of it, you really didn't have a card until a couple weeks ago. I mean, it's just one of those things where it is a 15,000 seat venue. I think it's in the same venue as a Saturday night main event, right? From what I understand.
Yeah, that has like 12,000 sold.
Josh, don't let us be fooled. You know them niggas did a buy one get one free for Evolution.
No, I mean, I don't know if they did buy one
Buy
get.
a ticket, bring your daughter.
No, I mean, honestly, honestly, I mean, I don't know if they did buy one because I'm like, damn, they did buy one.
Guarantee you, them niggas had to off of kids.
Then, like, I'm like, no, I'm saying, like, if they did a buy one get one, I'm just like, damn, you guys did a buy one get one, and you still not even 50% sold. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but good for you guys.
Magically sold 4,000 tickets in a span of like 3 days. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's unfortunately that's not gonna happen. But I did see like the funniest comment though. I did see, and this person blocked me for this. This person blocked me for a previous comment, and that's how I saw that I was blocked. Where they're like, "Oh, you know, Evolution just went up to 6,000. They're about to outsell Double or Nothing." And I'm like, "You're bragging about." I was like,
they're moving. They're gonna move the goalposts. So I'm not even.
That was the funniest shit that I seen. I was just like, man, like I was like, oh, they tried to stoop so low that you're trying to use a show that happened months ago compared to a show that I'm like, this should have done for 10,000 seat ticket sales. It should have. Why? Because our first Evolution did over 10,000. They did over 10,000. They did 11,000. That's even better. So when people like compare like the two, I'm just like, yo, there's no comparison. Why? Because this one is flopping, and it's flopping because of management. It's not flopping because people don't want to see women's wrestling. I think that's a lot of dog shit when people were trying to use that too. It's the fact that
nothing to do with women's wrestling. But
no, it has nothing to, because that was one thing that I defended myself, where I was like the first one did for 10,000 tickets. I was like, so it has so to try to use that whole like, oh, women doesn't sell, because there was a lot of WWE fans that tried to convince that. But I was like, wait a minute, aren't you the same one that you goon to Rhea Ripley? So you're telling me that women wrestling don't sell? That's bullshit to me. It's absolute. I think it's a lot. It's absolute bullshit.
I do got to show y'all something though. I don't know if my phone is gonna register this. Do you see how much these tickets are going for?
Is that like $27 or $37?
$51.60 for second section.
Hey, that's better than the Great American Bash seats, which went for $183.
It went for $183.
Man, you could get into a WWE show that's not a verified reseller for $50.
Yep,
it has been a while.
We gotta move on.
$50 and $50 and they can't sell them.
We gotta move on.
To get in the building, dog. It's like I think $30 to get in the building.